doing another collection video while I pack away my Batman stuff. Today we're going to be talking about my action figures, which is a pretty huge part of the collection. I have quite a few, so I'm going to try to get through this fairly quickly. Right now we're just going to focus on the Batman action figures, not the villains or any of the side characters, just the Batman ones. So I'm just going to start grabbing them, and yeah, so hope you enjoy this video. Here is a Justice League tactical suit Batman figure from the Justice League movie. This is one of my least favorite bat suits. I'm not a fan, but I think the concept's okay, but the cowl and the goggles kind of ruin it for me. Here is Injustice 1 Batman. I don't like the Injustice 2 costume, but I like this one, and I like how long these little blades are on his gauntlets. I think he's pretty cool. Most of these I've gotten either off of eBay or from resale stores, stuff like that. Yeah. Here is from the animated movies. It's the Batman from that animated universe. I think it's pretty cool too. Pretty unique design. I like it. This is Tim Fox, I think. This is the Future State Batman. I'm going to take all of their accessories and put them in a bag, so I'm going to set those off to the side. This is Tim Fox from Future State, I believe. I could be wrong. I thought that was a pretty cool bat suit. This is the infected Bruce Wayne from the Batman Who Laughs origin story. This is what he looks like when he kills the entire Justice League. It's a pretty dark story. His cape's all torn up in the back. Pretty fitting. That's a pretty good figure though, I like that one. We got this Earth 2, I think. Earth 2 Batman based on the Arkham games. I think it's based off the Arkham skin and Arkham Knight. It's a little weird. I don't really know what they did with his leg. It's kind of off to the side, all weird. I don't know if you can kind of tell, but those are pretty cool bat suit. I remember when they released this in stores, I was like, yeah, I think I'll pick that one up. And I'm glad I did. I do enjoy this figure. Yeah. Here we have a special edition, it's like a hazmat suit or something. I can't remember what comic this is from, but I got this as a gift. It's some sort of hazmat suit, but it's in the black and white, almost cel-shaded look. Pretty cool. Pretty neat. I don't know what this is from. Some sort of book recently, I think. I have, what else? Oh, here we go. I have this Two-Face as Batman figure. This is one of my favorites. I don't really know why. I just think it's cool. He's got some junk on his head. But yeah, I like the color scheme. I think it's neat. And then his face is really cool. He also has his coin in his hand. I don't know if you can tell. But he's got the coin. And the cape is split, of course, on the back. That one's a neat figure. I'm really happy to have that one. I have this one. It's like a vampire Batman. I don't know. I think it was called Nightmares, or I can't remember. But this is another special edition. It's in a different color than the other one that they released. But it's kind of a creepy looking Batman. He's all brown on the suit, and he's got blood and creepy face. I don't know if you can really tell. I don't think this is deceased. I don't think that's what that is. But yeah, it's pretty interesting. That was also a gift, so I don't have any knowledge of it when I received it. Here's Batrocitus, so it's Atrocitus, but it's Batman. He shows up in like a few panels in Dark Knight's Metal in the background, but I saw the figure and I was like, yeah, that's sick. He's a Red Lantern, of course, you can see, but it's a bat symbol. He's got his ears and stuff. Very angry, obviously. There's his ring. I hope you guys can see that. I'm not sure. It actually is a Red Lantern ring too. I thought it was just going to be like molded as a Green Lantern ring or something. I guess it makes sense though, because these are like angry hands, right? They just tend to reuse a lot of molds. Yeah, so there's Batrocitus. This is one of my favorite figures that I have. He's such a minor inclusion in the story. The fact that they made a figure out of him is kind of cool. Okay, here is the animated series Batman. Classic. They made him really wide. He's got the blue under the cape and everything. This might have been the first one I got. I think it probably was. Yeah, that one rocks. I'm gonna put that one in its own bag. Yeah. This is the armored Batman. This is kind of based off of Dark Knight Returns. He's even got the spikes on his boots. But I thought it was neat. This is like one of the earliest ones that I got too. I wish it had some sort of bat symbol on it, but he doesn't in the comic that it's inspired by. The thing I like about this figure though is he has this collar around his neck, but you can still like move his head pretty well. And some of these other ones you can barely even move the head at all, so I don't know, I was impressed. Let me put this towel down now. Okay. Alright, next row. Here we have this really goofy looking Arkham Knight, or Arkham Asylum, sorry, Arkham Asylum figure. His eyes are painted kind of funny. It's also very blue. I mean, he's blue in the game, but it's not this blue, so it's a little weird. But I liked him, because I don't have anything that's like Arkham Asylum Batman figure-wise, so I got him off of eBay or something. I don't know. I have this guy from Death Metal, I think. He comes with a scythe. I don't have the scythe. I think it's put up, but he's in his big trench coat. He's got this cool armor. He's pretty sick. I don't know anything about that storyline, but I like this figure. I don't like that his ankles are so loose though, because he doesn't want to stand. That was always tough. Yeah. Here we have Merciless, the Merciless. This is like a patina edition, so this is another special edition figure. I thought it looked cool in the patina. A lot of these figures that they release don't. I think it's just kind of like a, sorry. Excuse me, sorry. Sneezing all over the place. Usually they just kind of look dumb. Like, I'm like, why would you make that character look like that? But this one worked because his armor looks like it is aged. It's a pretty cool figure though, I like it. His shoulder blades, or shoulder pads, are also on a ball joint, which is cool because you can move them around. This is one of the more detailed figures. I actually do really like this one. I'm happy to have this one. Oh, sorry, but this is like an evil version of Batman. He wore the helmet of Ares, the god of war, for a little bit too long, and was basically became Wrath, you know. 'Wrath, 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 you know. I have this Gotham by Gaslight figure. It's, you know, the Victorian London Batman. He's got his knives, which actually do come out, which is kind of annoying because they tend to fall out even when I don't want them to. And they're really hard to put back into the belt. There we go. Yeah. Pretty decent figure. Not the best. I don't like this material that this cape is made of. It's like a leather. And it's messed up on the edges a little bit. I don't know if you can tell. But still, I mean, it's pretty sick. Yeah. I'm not even sure if I was showing the camera half the time. Sorry. Okay. I've got this pretty cheap Batman v Superman figure. I like the Batsuit, and I saw this cheap, and I didn't have a Ben Affleck Batman in my collection, so I went ahead and got it. His hands are huge. Like, if you look at his fist, it's like enormous. It's just a cheap little thing. This is like some gross plastic material. I actually cut it because it was like super wide, so I cut it to kind of fit the shape better. I'm gonna throw that one on top. I have this one. I don't even remember what this is from. This was like a line of toys that got released in like 2009 or something, 2008. And this is the only version of Batman that I've seen that looks like this. It's like some artist rendition, but I really think it's pretty cool. I remember not liking it when I was younger. This is a toy I had when I was really young. And I didn't like it, but now as I've gotten older, I like it a lot, actually. Like, I love the way the pouches look. I like that he's like got this dirty like blue on the boots and everything, the highlights. I like it a lot. I think that works really well as a figure. I'm going to put that one in its own bag as well. And then also this one. This one is a Rebirth figure, so DC Rebirth, which started early 2010s or something like that. But yeah, he's got his yellow outline again and the purple on the cape. This is just a great figure. I have really no complaints about it. They did a good job of making it look, you know, like the design, that new design, and then also making it more realistic, so it's not cartoonish. It kind of looks real, like a real person, which is sick because they didn't really draw it that way. So someone just decided, hey, let's make a figure of it. Yeah. This is a Tim Sale Long Halloween Batman figure. I love the Long Halloween. I'm sure most Batman readers would agree. You know, that's one of the comics that you have to read as a Batman fan. And this is like a collectible figure, and it looks perfect. I mean, it's just exactly like he looks in the book. Very unique. I love it. And his cape is super long. I'm probably going to put him back in the box. I have most of these boxes. They just take up so much room, so I don't like the idea of stacking them up somewhere. And I know it loses value when you open them anyway, but I don't really buy to sell, so it doesn't affect me that bad. You know, mentally. One day I might regret it, but that day is not today. But yeah, so there's my Tim Sale Batman. Let's do this guy. This is one of my most recent ones, actually. This is the Dark Knight Returns, Frank Miller's Dark Knight Returns, black Batman suit. I really like the look of this one. I think he's really well done. Tiny stubby ears, big old bat symbol on the chest. And he's just huge. He's just a brute. He's got this cool like grapple rope. I'm scared I'm gonna break. but he holds it really well. You can hold it in that hand and then it dangles. That was a cool accessory. Sometimes they're meh, but that one was nice. But yeah, that one's a great figure as well. This is one of my most prized figures because it's expensive as hell, and I was lucky to find it as cheap as I did out of the box, but again, it doesn't matter to me. This is Azrael, Nightfall Batman. His colors are just sick. They're not usually, I don't think he's usually this bright, but I think it's so striking, especially on the shelf. Like it draws your eye, and I love the look of it. He's just sick. I don't know. I saw it for, I think I bought it for $54 or something like that, and I was like, yeah, I gotta. And this cape is sick too. Yeah, that's one of my favorite ones that I own. Excellent figure. Okay, these next ones are all kind of cheap. Nothing special. Some of these are cheap as well that I've already shown, but here's a little Batman Who Laughs figure. Nothing crazy, just the few points of articulation. Not really posable or anything. I mean, oh yeah, his head does move, but you know, nothing crazy. We got Flashpoint Batman. I like that figure. I think it's cool. He's got his little holsters and everything worked out pretty well. They did give him the right bat symbol this time, which is cool. I like it. Really simple figure, but I love that kind of stuff where it's just small and simple, but you can tell that it's something special. When I bought this, it was labeled anime Batman, so I guess there's like a manga Batman that I don't know of, that I haven't seen, but it's stylized really well. It's really cool. It's got these like white outlines on the gauntlets and boots. On the brow, you can see that white, and on the belt buckle. And I love the colors. I don't know if you can really tell in camera, but it's like grayish blue, and then this like almost neutral on the belt and symbol. I really like. I hope I'm in camera. I'm sorry, but I really like that figure for some reason. I don't even really know what it's a copy of. And if you couldn't tell, these are from the same line. These are all kind of similar. They're all built from the same similar molds and stuff. I can't remember what it's called. It's the one with the really retro-looking packaging. They've been stocking them at Walmart and stuff. We have this guy, who's another kind of like Rebirth-esque figure. This was just in like the toy aisle at Walmart. He's only got 3 points of articulation, his head and his 2 arms. He was kind of cool looking. I think someone got me them for Christmas as like a stocking stuffer. But yeah, nothing crazy. I've got this little Imaginext, I think that's what it's called. They're like little, I don't know, I remember having a big castle that was like the same line of toys. But this is a Hellbat Batman. And it's kind of cool because it's just like a little toy for little kids, but it's based off of the Hellbat armor. We don't have many things that are Hellbat related, but he's also got some I can't remember what they call it, where if like the light goes in the back it looks like it's glowing. Oh, kind of neat. Pretty cool. And this is funny. I was at State Science Fair one year, and I looked down at the ground, and there's this Christmas ornament on the ground, and his eyes are painted really stupid, but the rest of him is actually pretty well done. It's just an Arkham Knight Christmas ornament, probably from like 2014, 2015. And I just remember finding it on the ground. I've got this little armored Batman. I don't even know where these came from. Tiny little guy. Looks like Batman v Superman. Armored Batman. This is from the Flash movie. Just a weird little figure that they sold at Walmart. Nothing crazy. This is from the Page Punchers series from McFarlane. They had these little figures that they sell, and this is a Batman Beyond one. I really liked the way that looked, so I got him. tiny little Batman Beyond. I've got this little guy I bought at a dollar store. It's also a Batman v Superman figure, just in his armored look. He's painted okay, you know, it's nice and glossy. Metallic. This is also from Walmart, just another Rebirth figure. Simple. I just like having the different scales because then you can stack forward and you can see everything. This was one of the earliest figures I had. This was from Batman Begins. So this would have been 2005, 6? I can't remember. Surely it was 2006. I don't remember. But I had this one for a long time. I've broken off one of those. And on that side too. These are all chewed up. I don't know if that was me. It probably was me. We never had animals, so me as a little kid got hungry and decided to eat his cow or something. Kind of gross, but I like this figure because it has the likeness of Christian Bale, and I always have liked the Batman Begins suit a little bit more than the Dark Knight. It is different, and if you haven't gone and looked at the differences, you should go do that because it's kind of cool. This is like a Justice League Unlimited era toy. I don't know what this is from. What year does this say? It doesn't. He's got this cloth cape and he's all rubber, so he can't really stand him up very well because he's got tiny legs. Maybe he's posable, I don't know, but it's really strange. I got him in like a lot of toys or something. Yeah. This was probably from Legends of the Dark Knight. There's like this huge toy line that has these really absurd, freaky toys. And this is from 1999. But he's just kind of weird looking. He's got like these super exaggerated muscles and everything, and his cape is just weird, like super flowy. But I thought he was kind of interesting, pretty unique. Got him at an antique shop or something. This is like a McDonald's or Burger King toy. Yeah, McDonald's. This is like something, some old not old, I wouldn't call it old. Some cartoon, some monsters, something, Justice League something, I don't know. But he was unique, so I got him. Or I found him, I can't remember. It was like a kid's show. This was in my grandma's toy drawer that we used to go and play in, all the kids. This is also Legends of the Dark Knight. You can tell because it's so weird and wacky. This is 97, so this one is older. But I just thought it was so unique. It's chewed up. That was a dog. That was not a kid. That was a dog. So he doesn't have an ankle. But, oh well. I think he's supposed to sit on a vehicle or something because he's got these weird hands. They're going like that. But he's pretty cool. He's got these shoulder pads. He's got bats on his hands. I hope you can see all of this. I'm not even sure. I'm kind of excited looking through all of these things. He's got these hip plates that are also bats. I don't know. Just really interesting stuff. He's got a bat on his head too. I don't know if y'all can tell. But yeah, that's a cool figure. It's very unique as well. Probably said that word a million times. Here's a Lego Batman. Like not Lego Batman, but like a Lego Batman. He's just made of Legos. Yeah. Interesting idea. I got this guy. This was also from a dollar store. This looks like it's based off of the cover of I can't remember what comic it is. It's after Dick Grayson becomes Batman for a bit. I have it right over there. I don't know why I can't remember the name of the comic. But the cover, Dick Grayson standing like that, and Damian Wayne standing next to him as Robin. And he's like this. I just have it in my head. Here we go. Here's some more. I have this Batman Zur-En-Arrh figure. It's also the same, you know, as the same as these that I showed earlier. Just very unique colors. You see those colors and you immediately know what it is. You're like, oh, I just liked it because it was like a '60s Batman, but zero an R. Here's like a Kryptonite armored Batman. It's very similar to that other one we saw. This is another page puncher. This is again the Dark Knight Returns. It's literally the same mold as this one. Now that I'm looking at it, it's identical. It's just scaled down. Even the capes are the same. I don't know how well you can tell, but yeah, that's the blue version. And again, I like the different scales, so I got that. Let's see if I can knock something down and make a lot of noise. Another page puncher. This is the Thomas Wayne, so the same as this one that I showed earlier, right? But in this one, this scale, he does have the shoulder spikes that come up, which I thought was pretty cool. Again, these are the tiny ones that come with the comic book. This is another dollar store one. They just sell these little figures on these little pedestals, so I always buy them if I see them. Again, I pay like $1 and I get a figure. You know, can't beat it. This is also from a dollar store, I think. Nothing crazy. This is from, don't know, it says Bakery Crafts, so it's like a cake topper, I guess. 1997, this is just Batman. It's like from the animated series. I got that in a lot of something, I don't know. This is Legends as the Dark Knight as well, I think. I could be wrong. I'm trying to see. He doesn't have a stamp. I got this one loose. This was not in a box. Can I move these down? Oh, you can. Interesting. So he's got these crazy wings. They're kind of sick. Very weird. I have no idea if there's like a play feature that goes with this or what, but no, maybe this isn't Legends. I don't know. I don't remember. But he's pretty cool. I got him cheap. Thought he was cool. You can see I don't have a lot of repeat figures. It's just like stuff that'll look cool in the collection, you know. Here's a little, this is an older figure. I don't know. I've seen this a lot. This is 1989. It says Applause. I can't remember what Applause does. I don't know if they're just a toy company or what, but this one's very faded, kind of yellowed. It's a rubber material as well, so I'm surprised it's still as good as it is. This is very recent. I can't remember what these are called, but they're kind of fun. Let me read. I thought it might say, but there's these like big old figures that McFarlane is releasing. They're kind of goofy looking, but I like it. Thought he was neat. And they're $15, so it's not bad. So there's those. Give me 1 second. I need to grab the other ones. I didn't get them earlier. Already at 30 minutes. Okay. I missed this one. This was also a Dollar Tree, dollar store. I don't remember which one. Pickup. Nothing crazy. So now we're gonna move on to like the big power suits. I only have a few of these, so I'm gonna try to get through them pretty quick. I love these figures though. I have them separate because they are so big. This is the Thrasher suit. I can't remember what comic this was in, but I got a really good deal on all of these that I'm about to show you. Not all of them, but a few of them came together in a lot. And I love this Thrasher suit one. I think it's such a cool figure. The fingers have articulation, which is crazy. There's like no figures these days that have that unless you're paying good bucks. So That's nice. It's also hefty. I don't know if you can really tell by looking, but it's a little heavy, which is always nice. And then this comes off. I wish it stuck a little bit better, but it stays for the most part. But then you can see his head. So that tells me that this was the New 52, because that's how he was drawn in the New 52. That's Bruce Wayne, of course. And maybe he's missing something on his belt, I don't know. But that's the Thrasher suit. I thought he was pretty cool. I hope I'm in camera. Let me show that again, just in case I'm not. So there's his face. Let's hope it's focusing. Yeah, there's his back. You can see like the spine's reinforced. Really cool. So that's the Thrasher suit. Here is another New 52 suit. This is the Commissioner Gordon suit. I know I'm missing parts to this because there's supposed to be something that you can insert in there. I think it's just like a Commissioner Gordon body. There's a storyline, if y'all don't know, there's a storyline where Commissioner Gordon takes the mantle of Batman using a GCPD bat suit, which is this thing. I don't know how to feel about it. I kind of liked it, but it was just weird. It's just kind of strange. I always thought the bat suit looked like a rabbit, so it kind of threw me off. But this is the helmet. It doesn't stay super well. I've gotten it to stay, so it'll look like that. It just looks like a rabbit to me. I don't know why. But you can see that on it, it says, well, I thought it did. I think in the book it says GCPD on the actual suit, Gotham City Police Department. It's not a bad figure though. He's got these launchers up here on his shoulders and stuff. Yeah, just a weird figure, but I like it. He's got the police lights on it too. This is one of my favorite. I just broke it. I didn't break it, but one of my favorite McFarlane figures. This is the Hellbat suit that Batman uses to defeat Darkseid. I found this one again with a really good deal, and so I had to get it. He's really cool looking, really cool. He's very sharp, like his feet down here have some sharp points on them. These are very sharp fingers. These are also kind of pointy. But man, what a cool figure. These wings are lackluster to me, so I always keep them folded down. Compared to the rest, those wings are just kind of lame, but awesome figure. I love that one. Let's hope I'm in camera. I'm just paranoid now. This is the Kingdom Come Batman. This is when he's old and has to use a power suit because he's old and can't fight anymore. He can actually hold on to this, which is like his jetpack controls. He's got a big armored bat symbol on it, really cool looking, and his neck brace looking thing. And then he's got these big wings and this big cool jetpack. Man, really cool silhouette. I mean, I love that. When they released this, or like when they showed pictures of it, I was like, I'm pre-ordering. I don't usually pre-order, but I pre-ordered this one. And I was glad I did. And of course you can fold these and you can take them off if you need to. And of course when I put them away, I will be folding them and taking them off. So I don't want to break them. Yeah. And finally, another New 52 suit. So this is the Justice Buster from Endgame, I think. So volume 7 of the New 52. This is a really interesting figure because there's two different Justice Buster suits figures. There's this one and there's a newer one. And the newer one looks awesome, but it's not accurate. It's not comic accurate. It doesn't look anything like the one from the comic. This one kind of does, but it still has a few really weird mistakes that, you know, like, that maybe they just didn't consider. I don't know, but really interesting figure. He uses this to fight the Justice League, hence the name Justice Buster, which is, it's just a play on Hulkbuster at that point, you know. I wish his fingers moved, but they don't. But yeah, that's the last one. That's not the last one. There's two more. Sorry, two more, and then we're done. Almost through. Almost through. This is another Azrael. I think Night Quest is what this is from. I love this figure though. This is his. This is the same body as this other one. I don't know if you can really tell. So they reuse the bodies, and the gauntlets are different. So that's really the only thing they reused. This whole helmet situation is awesome. If you can hear that dog, I really apologize. We're almost through it though. And then these are awesome. These like spikes or whatever you call them on his back, and these come off, and then you have to insert them into the shoulders, like so. Such a cool figure though. I got this one really cheap too. You know, really neat though. And lastly, a figure that I know nothing about because I haven't read any recent comics. This is the Nth Dimension something? I don't know. It was in all this new stuff, but it's this big old... There's a bird out my window. There's this big old bat suit. Unfortunately, they use the same wings that they used for the Hellbat. They just painted it different. But it's a really neat figure. I don't know anything about it, but it's Batman related and it's cool. So I got him. He's big. That's just for reference. Like, this is a 6-inch figure. That's the size. So, yep. So yeah, there is my last figure. I don't know anything about that one, to be real. Okay, I'm just a fibber this entire video, I guess, because there are still 2 more. 3 more. Here is a Batman black and white statue. This is the only Batman black and white that I own. This one resells for about $70 in the box, so I could probably get 30 something for it. I didn't pay very much for it at all, so that's why I have it. Yeah. And then I have this bobblehead. It's one of my favorite things. I'm not packing this. I just think he's funny looking. I love that one. And then lastly, for real this time, we're doing this Mego reissue. So he's got the cloth suit and everything. Yeah. I just still have him in the box because I'm not going to worry about posing him. But yeah, that's everything. Okay, now I have to pack all this stuff. But if you enjoyed this video, let me know. Let me know if you had a favorite figure. If you have any questions about these figures, I'm happy to answer. If I know you know the answer to the questions. I know this was long. I know this was rambly. Not really ASMR in like the typical sense. I'm not tapping on stuff, but I'm just talking. I probably got kind of loud at some points too, so I apologize. But I hope you found this interesting. I sure do, obviously. Yeah, I hope to see you soon. I'm gonna get on to packing some of this other stuff, but thanks for watching. Tell your friends and family you love them. Bye bye.